Do you feel like your job is sucking the life out of you? Dread waking up on weekdays? Then this video is for you. I was at a job where I really wasn't happy, not passionate about what I did, and felt like I was meant for bigger things. And before I quit to find a job, I found myself going back and forth about what I should do. So to help you make the best decision quicker, I'm going to talk about 4 questions to ask yourself before deciding to leave your job. And if you stick around until the end of the video, I have a great piece of advice for those who are unsure about their career paths. So the first question to ask yourself is, are you taking care of anyone? If you are taking care of anybody financially, then it is your responsibility to continue supporting them the current way that you do. If you leaving your job leaves people in worse environments, then it probably isn't worth it for you to leave your job yet. If you are on your own, then great, you don't have to worry about anybody, but the game changes when you are somebody that is dealing with a family or dealing with more people other than yourself. The next question is, do you know what would make you happy? It's easier to leave a job when you feel like you have a passion towards something else, so it's important that you find what that passion is. And when you ask yourself this question, don't just think about what job would be better financially, what job would be easier to do or provide you with better work-life balance. Those things are all important and factor into your happiness, but they don't paint the entire picture. So think about if you would be happy doing whatever job it is if you weren't getting paid at all. Would you genuinely enjoy doing that thing? And that leads to the next question, which involves how much you enjoy doing this job. What % of happiness does this new thing provide you with? If it makes you anything less than 60% happy, then you need to explore more. Write what interests you in a journal. Watch career videos on YouTube. Actually do a project. If you want to learn how to code, then type into Google top 10 ways to learn how to code. If it makes you 60% happier or more, you should do it. A good example would be clicking the subscribe button. By clicking it, you'll continue to watch self-improvement videos that will help you grow. And positive things happen when you grow. Another example would be if you're really into art. If you notice that you're so much happier when you draw, then you found your calling. There's no point in indefinitely staying at a job when you know that you could be happier somewhere else. Now let's say you found your passion whether you were exploring or whether you already knew what it was. My next question is the thing that stops most people from quitting their jobs. And the question is, can your passion sustain your lifestyle? We already know that your passion will provide you with a better life, but does it allow you to sustain the life that you currently have? It's almost an extension of the first question, but there's more depth to it. If your passion can't sustain your lifestyle, quitting your job now would mean that you're taking the starving artist approach, and it's not for everyone. If you don't know what the approach is, it's when someone sacrifices their well-being in order to focus on their work. And so overall, this is not a healthy thing to do, and nobody should willingly go into this environment in order to get a better career. If your passion can sustain your lifestyle, then great, you can focus on your passion without dealing with the financial pressure, social pressure, or any other pressures that you have to deal with. Now, most of these questions deal with what you should do when you're in the headspace to already quit your job. But there's one last question that's probably the hardest to solve and comes before all of the questions that I said before. And that's, how do you figure out what makes you happy? How do you find your passion? Well, remember this, and if you stick around until the end of the video, I have a great piece of advice for those who are unsure about their career paths. Because you made it this far, you get this special gem. Read The Pathless Path by Paul Millard. It's an amazing book that talks about how to step away from traditional jobs, pursue what you love, and all the complex thoughts that come with finding your calling. I have no doubt that by the end of reading it, you'll feel that much closer to finding your passion and tackling these questions. If you've answered yes to most of these questions, then I'll be the first to say it even though you're probably already thinking it. It's time to leave your job. If you've answered no to most of these questions, then don't worry. You won't be stuck in that job forever. You just need to work on yourself so that you get the skills that allow you to leave your job. If you're having trouble figuring out what those skills are or what you need to grow, I have plenty of content on my channel. I even have a playlist to make it easier for you. It's all free and all you have to do is click a few times to get started. If you need me for anything, let me know. And as always, keep improving, stay productive, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.